So today is going to be a day for Transformer fans, but more specifically Beast Wars fans. We're going to be talking about some new product that we're going to be seeing next week. Not only will next week we'll have that little teaser of the Walmart Collector Con, but we're also going to be seeing some pre-orders going live from Takara-Tomy Mall and probably also from Hasbro Pulse. These will be dropping October 6th Japan time, so that'll be October 5th USA time. So we're thinking Thursday next week on that Walmart Collector Con teaser day. And we got some big ones to talk about here. One new Legacy United item, 2 Rise of the Beast items, and 1 Masterpiece Beast Wars item that has been rumored since Wonder Festival just a couple of months ago. So let's jump into it. First one we're going to cover here, and this is the big one, is a Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Beast Wars Silverbolt. We got our fuser here. We've seen the listings, we've seen the rumors, and now we get at least a blurry image here of this. These, of course, are all early Japanese pre-order retailer images. They're always blurry. They're always like this. We're going to get better ones, obviously, a week from now, but we get our first look of this beautiful Fusor from Season 2 Beast Wars, and man, oh man, does he look good. The way it looks like to me when I first saw it, it looks like a blown-up version of the original 1998 figure, but with, detailing added to like certain areas, paint put in, hyper-articulation. It's like they took that old deluxe toy and just made it better in every single way. Transformation more or less looks the same to that original 1998 toy. Nice new head sculpt, painted wingtips, so now it could be used as swords properly, like in the show. The wings are articulated, so you could really tuck them behind, or you could really spread them out, which was a big issue with the original toy. It really focused on its spring-loaded gimmick and kept them on a wide stance in a lot of ways. Looks fantastic, and I really hope they continue this route of doing all those other Beast Wars show characters. And I mean, what a fantastic character to finally get due of an update. Silverbolt is one of those characters that was focused so much on the show, but really when you look at him from the merchandising standpoint, got very little in like literally the entire span of a history of Transformers Beast Wars. So fantastic stuff. I'm very excited about this one. I want to see better images. I want to see better images of this guy. He looks really good. Really, really good. So next week we're going to get more on it. And this is very exciting. I know Mikey and Louie are very excited. It's their favorite character. So fantastic stuff. Next one here that we got is just pretty much good news for people that might have missed the boat the first time. Studio Series SS102BB. So this was the Target exclusive Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime initially. Now Japan is going to get their release of it. So if you missed out on the Target one, because it did have a lot of limited stock and people were really arguing and going, hey, how could I get an opportunity to get this? Even when it was on Pulse, it sold out very quickly. Japan's got you covered. So obviously you might have to pay shipping, and Japan pays a little more for their Transformers, but it does give you an opportunity to get this character, and you won't have to buy through a scalper or something on eBay. So that's fantastic news. At least people have another option, even if it is something that might be a little more up there. Also worth quickly noting is maybe something that maybe you're not so much excited about, but also part of these pre-order images here. We have a pre-order for the Novacane, the Terrorcon. We already seen, official images of this character. He's always been showing up in retail already. So not a lot of people having a tough time getting this one, but it is something out there to just make a note that that'll also be part of that Thursday/Friday next week pre-order. So keep that in mind. But the big one, on top of the beautiful Beast Wars Silverbolt to talk about today, the other big one is the Masterpiece Beast Wars Rhinox that is finally here. We heard teasers of these back at Wonder Festival. There were some closed room showings of the character and the figure and the prototype. And now we got at least some decent, not great, but decent images here of what we're potentially going to be getting. He is looking amazing. I love how they finally nailed the Rhino mode and how it looks. It nails perfectly that CG model that we got from Mainframe Entertainment all of those years ago. That's something that, as much as I loved that Generations figure, the Thrilling 30 Generations one we got, as much as the Kingdom one also kind of, had its own ups and downs and twists and turns, they finally got a perfect Rhino mode with this one. I love the way they match the coloring, just his shape. It's like they took the animation model and just plopped it into figural form. And that's the advantage of these Beast Wars characters, is because they existed in a 3D space as animation models, and as a result, they almost make a better transition to that of the action figure form, and I think that looks great. Robot mode looks stellar. I mean, that's something that I think they kind of perfected throughout the years. You know, again, that Generations one that we got, the Voyager, was so good in robot mode that they just kind of had to use that as a foundation and then look at the little twists and turns that maybe they also learned through the Kingdom version as a Voyager, and then just make this perfect thing that matches how it looked in the show. And it looks really good. It looks really, really good. So what does he come with? He comes with his 2 chain guns of doom. How could you not have a Rhinox with 2 chain guns of doom? Is it going to have a little switch? Is the little chain gun going to spin and everything? We don't know. Comes with 2 different unique head sculpts. It's hard to tell. Probably one is emoting in one way and one is emoting another way. That's one way I could kind of see it. What looks like a floating spark that he could hold in his hand, kind of homaging the episode The Spark, the season 1 episode, debut of Airazor, and of course, pretty much opening it up to the entire lore of Transformers history and how sparks are and how Transformers function. So getting a nice little spark that's there too, kind of have that one scene there. What's new, pussycat? And it looks like also a repair tool. Kind of looks similar to also something Tarantulas used at one point. I wouldn't be surprised, but it looks like a little repair tool that's also included with him. It's hard to tell again from these photos, but does look pretty awesome. So this is great. I love this so much. And with every Beast Wars masterpiece that we get, you know, it's not even a matter of me pre-ordering one of these. It's pre-ordering 2 of them, because these are characters that there's so much memories and emotions in both modes, robot mode and alt mode, that it's almost hard for me to decide which one I put them in. So I end up always just getting 2 to have on display. And that might be very costly, but it's one of those cases that I do have that problem because of just how iconic these characters are, especially someone like Rhinox, when you had like, Dark Design, and he also had the Dark Voyage episode, so where that's also like completely in the alt modes, like so much of that, and it's just so great. So finally, after all these years, we're having something that is going to be replacing my Generations Voyager Rhinox in my masterpiece display. Finally retiring that old figure after more than a decade. So thank you, my friend, my old figure that sat there with my other masterpiece Beast Wars stuff. It's finally being retired, and this one's going to pop in here and properly in scale, in my opinion, too. Which brings up the question, so what is the price for this guy that we don't know yet? It's still early, but, he was always a kind of like a Tigatron Dinobot scaled in size character. So I imagine it's probably going to be in that same range of price point. Tigatron was in that like high, like low 200, high 100 range. So I'm thinking $200, maybe $210. Obviously inflation factors in too, since, we got Tigatron stuff. So no doubt it might be even a little more, dare I say. But stay tuned with that, and we'll definitely have the price on it. But this will definitely be the item to get if you're a fan of the Beast Wars era. And I would not argue if anyone said the best era was the Beast Wars era. The only question remains now, in my opinion, is, who's next? Are they going to finally tackle Rat Trap and finish off at least the core of the original Season 1 cast? Not obviously counting Airazor, but just like the original crew of Maximals that landed on the planet. Are we going to finally get Rat Trap? Or maybe they want to do a Predacon. They want to now go back to a Predacon. Do they want to do Waspinator? Give someone that Rhinox could shoot up. And, well, pretty much everyone else. Who knows? But definitely let me know who you would like to see as the next Beast Wars masterpiece. I'm voting more on Waspinator than Rat Trap, oddly enough. But still, looking really good. Great stuff here. We actually have other stuff we have to talk about, too, from the Earthspark side of things. But I just want to cover this. Let me know what you think. And this is fantastic news if you're a Beast Wars fan.